Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I'm your computer teacher from Ismailia Youth Services School. Before starting the lesson, I have some instruction for you. Kindly strictly follow them. Listen the lesson attentively. Follow your teacher instruction. Don't raise hand during teaching. Ask question at the end of the teaching in chat box. Feed your ID and password properly with your name and class, because your attendance must be marked according to your class. Use hand-free if you are using mobile and headphone for computer use. Take care of time for attending the class. Home task should be done in your fair copy of the subject. If there is any disconnectivity during teaching, try to rejoin again within 3 to 5 minutes. Don't turn on your video during teaching. Take a screenshot of all slides. I hope you all have followed this instruction. Okay, this is your class 5 computer subject. This is your second class of computer. So let's start our topic. Chapter number 1, characteristic and evolution of computer, page number 1 to 12, lesson number 2. This is the lesson number 2 or second class of chapter number 1. In the previous class, I told you about the early calculating devices. Okay, first characteristic. What characteristic means? Properties of a computer, and evolution means generation of the computer. We learn in this chapter. The today's objectives are early calculating devices. These are the total objective of this unit. Early calculating devices, evolution of computer, characteristic of computer. Early calculating devices we already learned in previous class. Today we learn about evolution, means generation of computer, and characteristic of computer. So before moving to word, first I asked to you early calculating devices. Which devices you learned in previous class? Okay, raise your hand. I asked to you. Yes, hurry up class. Raise your hand. Okay, give me your reply in your chat box. Early calculating device. Which one is the first? Baria, unmute yourself and give the answer. Yes, Baria, give me answer. What are the early
Teacher, Napper bones. Teacher, early
Yes,
calculating device, Napper bones.
Napier bones and other one? Now, Rafia, unmute yourself and give the answer. What are the? Yes, Rafia. Napier bones.
Neptune bones, abacus.
Very nice. And Felicia, unmute yourself and give the answer. Felicia.
Abacus. Abacus.
And the other name, abacus, Napier bone, the remaining word. Munazza, unmute yourself and give the, yes.
Pascaline.
Very nice.
bones,
Very,
abacus.
very nice. Good. So these are the early calculating device that we learn in abacus, Napier bones, Pascaline, and difference engine and analytical engine. These are these 5 devices we learned in previous class. Okay, now move to the topic. Okay, some students give the response in chat box. Very nice. All of you, you are right. Now move to the topic. 5 generation of computer means 5 evolution of computer. Okay, the evolution of the computer occur in the stages as you see in your screen, which are called generation. So there are 5 generations that we have been identified, starting from the most primitive, as you see here in the first, the most primitive to the most advanced. So in the first generation computer, the computer look like this one, and the second one, the computer look like this one. And the third one, computer look like this one. And in third generation, the modern computer, modern PCs are introduced, and the fourth generation, the computer look like this, and the fifth generation, we see the LCD in place of monitor, and CPU monitor, keyboard, and the other devices attached it. So these are the evolution of computer. Okay, first we discuss about the first generation computer. Okay, what is first generation computer? First generation computer developed between 1940 to 1958. Okay, okay. In this generation, in this generation, the main component we use the vacuum tube. Vacuum tube is used as a main component, and the punch card are used as a input and output operation. Okay, these computer was this computer use machine assembly language, and they were very large in size. Okay, these are the characteristic of computer. So its machine language is used in this generation, in first generation, and they were used large in size, had a small internal storage, and had a slow speed. They were very expensive. Okay, they were very, and they had a high power consumption. Okay, it had a large installation area, or you can say it needs a large installation area, and it is difficult programming language for us. Okay, and these are the examples: Mark 1, ENIAC, ENIAC, EDSEC, EDVAC, and UNIVAC. These are the example of first general purpose computer. So first we discuss about, take a screenshot of this slide also. Then I move to the next slide. So vacuum tubes is a main component of this generation. Punch card is used as the input and output operation, or assembly language is used here, and these are the characteristics of this generation. And Mark 1, ENIAC, EDSEC, EDVAC, UNIVAC is an example of first generation computer. Now move to the next slide. So first we discuss about the Mark 1. Okay, what is Mark 1? Mark 1 was designed by Howard H. Aiken in the year of 1944. Okay, it was about 15 meter long. Okay, the length of this machine is 15 meter long, and the wire connected to the various part of the machine was about the 800 kilometer. So 800 kilometer long wire we use or connect to the machine. The length of the machine is 15 meter long. 15 meter is a size of machine, and 800 kilometer long is a wire which we use to connect the various parts to each other. Okay, now next one, the machine was slow. The machine was slow, that's why it took 3 to 5 seconds per calculation. Okay, but it was then the first fully automatically calculated. I hope these are the information related to the Mark 1. Now move to the next example, that is ENIAC. ENIAC means electronic numerical integrator and computer. Okay, E for electronic, and for numerical, integrator, and computer. Okay. ENIAC was developed by the John Presper Eckert and John Muckley, the two persons that work on this machine ENIAC. Okay, Muckley in the year of 1946. Okay, in 1946, the John Pritzker Eckert and John Muckley invented this machine. It was the first fully electronical digital computer, okay, and it consists of 18,000 vacuum tube, because the main which component we use in this generation, vacuum tube. So how many vacuum tubes were used? 18,000 vacuum tubes were used, or it consists and occupy the area of 63 square and weight more than 27,000 kilogram. The weight of this machine is 27,000 kilogram, and 18,000 vacuum tubes were used and occupy area. Mean the cover area of this machine is 63 square meter. Okay, adding large number of 200 micro G, NEA could do this task in 200 micro per second. Okay. It was built the help to armies to launch the bomb and missile. So, and the next one is don't store data. So it don't have a ability to store the data. These are the information related to the NEA. Okay. The next one is EDSEC. EDSEC mean, what does it mean? EDSEC mean electronic delay storage automatic calculator. So this is a full form of EDSEC. So EDSEC was designed by Professor Wilkes and by the Cambridge University of England in the year of 1949. It was slightly faster than the NEA, means it is faster than the NEA. Okay, it weighed approximately 6,000 kg kilogram and occupied. The cover area is 20 square meter. The weight of this machine is 6,000 kilogram and the covered area is occupied area is 20 square meter. It was the first electronic computer that used to store data, because EDSEC is the capability to store the data, but ENIAC is not store the data, didn't store the data, but EDSEC is store the data. Okay, this is the information of EDSEC. Now move to the next example. EDVAC. EDVAC means electronic discrete variable automatic computer. This is a full form of this one. Okay. EDVAC was proposed by John Pritzker Eckert and John Muckley, and the two-person work on this computer. The John Muckley is in which year? 1944. So John Muckley in 1944, even as the ENIAC was being developed, so also work on this machine. Okay. It weighed approximately 8,000 kilogram and the occupied or covered area of 45.5 square meter. Okay, so the weight of this machine is 8,000 kilogram and the occupied area is 45.5 square meter. Okay, the store program. It was it has a ability to store data as well as the data, program and data. So it is a ability to store data and program. So this is a complete information regarding this device. Okay, move to the next one, that is UNIVAC. UNIVAC mean universal automatic computer. Okay. UNIVAC was developed in the year 1951 and in 1951, the John Presper Eckert and John Mauchly developed the Universal Automatic Computer, UNIVAC. Okay. Again, the weight approximately 13,000 kilometer and the occupied or cover area is 35.5 square meter. As you observe here, when the air change or the after working, the weight is increased and the occupy area is decreased. Occupy means how much area they take when we put the device, so how much they take the area. So the area is less, but the weight is increased. Okay. Okay. It was the first commercially available electronic computer. It is the first computer and handled the both numerical and text data. Okay. So it is the first computer that handled both numerical and text data. Numerical means the number data, the numbers we put in this device, and text means the alphabetical data. Now, those are the example of first generation computer. Now come to the next evolution of computer, generation of computer, that is between 1959 to 1964. The main component, the main device which we use in this generation, that is transistor. So this is a picture of transistor. The transistor is used in this device, and punch card is also used in this generation as a data input and output operation. Input means which we device used to give the data, put the data. Okay, output means to receive the data. So these are, and which languages we use here? Fortran, COBOL, and BASIC. These are the languages which we use in this generation. So in this generation, generation, we use these languages: Fortran, COBOL, BASIC, because assembly languages are difficult for us. So uh, we use this language, and these are the characteristic of this generation. It is smaller and faster and cheaper in cost. Acha, contain all the components of the modern day computer, means all the parts, that is all this devices contain the parts of modern day computer like printer, storage capacity, operating system, like this. Means all these work in this generation. We use a printer and work as a printer and store the data and perform the operating system. Okay, these are the example of first generation, second generation computer: IBM 1401 and RCA 501. These are the example of second generation computer. Okay, student. So these are the complete. Take a screenshot shoot of this slide also. Okay, move to the next generation. That is third generation computer, 1964 to 1917. So these are the time period of the third generation computer. Okay, the main component which we use in them is this generation, that is integrated circuit. Integrated circuit chip we use in third generation computer, and keyboard keyboard was introduced, used as the input data, put the input data, and the monitor is introduced as a receiving output data. Okay, the languages that we use: sophisticated operating system. OS mean operating system were used in this generation, and Pascal, Fortran, COBOL are use these languages. Means we work on these languages and operating system were used. Okay, these are the characteristic of computer. It is smaller. It was smaller in size, faster, and increase storage capacity. Okay, produce less heat when they work it, so it produce or the machine, when the machine is work, they produce heat. But the third generation computer produce the less heat. Different programs could be run together. So in this generation, we use the different programming like Pascal, COBOL, Fortran, so they can be run together. Okay, these are the example of this generation: IBM 360 series and IBM 317 series and Apple One. These are the example of this generation computer. Okay, IBM 360, IBM 370, and Apple One. Okay, move to the next one. Fourth generation computer. In fourth generation computer, the main component which we use, microprocessor. Okay, fourth generation computer is between 1971 to present. When still we use this generation computer, which we use the microprocessor. Okay, data input operation, keyboard, mouse, scanner, etc. So mouse, keyboard, and scanner we use as the input data, and monitor, printer, speaker are used as the give the output operation. Okay, these are the languages we use here. RDBMS, database, C++ in 1985. So these are the languages we use. So use of the spatial software for maintaining large database. Okay, so these are, we use it, and these are the characteristic of this computer. All the information is also given in your book. So greater computing power. So it has a greater computing power. Computing means for calculating power. Okay, and the greater storage capacity, it has a greater large storage capacity. You can more store data on it. Use the better storage device that cost less. Mean that we device used to store data that is costless. It means cheapless, no cost of costless, and can be linked together, or the network. Means the network, these devices work together with the network. So network is also introduced in it. Okay, the example of these are the example of fourth generation computer: IBM PC, Apple Macintosh, laptop, palm top, and tablet. These are the example of fourth generation computer. And in this, we use the microprocessor chip. Okay, have you taken the screenshot of it? Now move to the next one. That is last, fifth generation. That is between 1989 to in future. Means right now we use this it. So the main component we use is artificial intelligence, and the voice and speech recognition. Touch input devices are used as the input device, and advanced printer and plotter used as the output device. Okay, language can be understand the human speech and recognize the pattern like face and other complex images. Means these are the images or scan. These are used to use this language in this computer. Okay, the next one is these are the characteristics which we use. It is very high speed, and have a large storage capacity, ability to carry out high sophisticated operation. So mean it has ability to carry out the high sophisticated operation aim to develop the computer that can think, understand, and act like a human. To compare that can think, understand. So these are the characteristics of this generation, and based on IC, it work on IC. IC means artificial intelligence, and C-Ray CS 300 series are the example of this generation computer. Okay, move to the next one. Okay, speed. When gradually these are increase, the speed are increase. When we work on the 5th generation computer, the speed are increased and the size and price are decreased. ठीक है कि जैसे जैसे जनरेशन पे फर्स्ट जनरेशन टू लास्ट जनरेशन पे हम मूव करें तो उसका जो स्पीड है कंप्यूटर की वो क्या होगी, आपकी स्पीड इंक्रीज हुई है और उसके साइज यानी साइज ऑफ कंप्यूटर एंड प्राइस ऑफ कंप्यूटर इज डिक्रीज. ओके. Now, characteristic of the computer, the main characteristic of the computer you learn in your hand because you have a 5 finger. So put in all in your finger. First one is speed. So computer is very fast, as you know, computer, because they work on the 5th generation computer. The computer has a very fast speed for calculating. The speed is measured in megahertz and gigahertz. Megahertz and gigahertz is the unit of this generation computer. It has a capacity to perform the billions of instructions per second. Means per second, in per second, we perform the millions of instructions. Okay. Okay. Next one is accuracy. Accuracy means the work to accurate. The work to do accurately. So computer is very accurate device. It performs every activity with great accuracy. If it make any mistake, that is due to the wrong instruction. Mean the computer can don't make a mistake. If they give the wrong answer, it means we give the wrong instruction or input supplied by the programmer or user. Okay, okay. The next one is storage. So it has a ability to store the large number of program. The computer has a capacity to store very large amount of data. It has 2 types of memory, primary memory and secondary memory. Primary memory store the data for the temporary mean in a short time period of we store the data in primary memory. And the secondary memory store the data for the permanent period time period of. Okay, the permanent or long period of time we save the data in secondary. Diligence means the ability to perform something continuously with the same accuracy. Means it has the ability to perform something or some task continuously without taking a break with the same accuracy. Okay, so the computer does not feel tired because they work continuously, so they don't feel tired and lack of concentration. Okay, because when we work on when we work, so we can sometimes we feel tired and or sometimes we feel relaxed, but the computer can't do this type of work. Versatile means to perform the more than the one task at the same time. At the same time it performs the many tasks, or the computer is versatile machine since it can be used to listen song. For example, at the same time we listen the song as well as print the document on the paper and many more operation at the same time we do it. So this is called the versatile. So these are the 5 characteristics of computer. Now this is a table of this. So 1st generation computer is in the 1940 to 59. The 2nd generation 1959 to 64. The 3rd generation 1964 to 17 and the fourth generation 71 to present. And the vacuum tube for the main component in the first generation. Transistor is the main component of second generation. IC chip and is a main component of third generation, and microprocessor is a main component of fourth generation. You also take a screenshot of this slide because you do in your copy. So you must take a screenshot of this slide. Okay, the next one is flow speed characteristic. What are the yes, I write here the one characteristic, but in your copy in your book you have a many characteristic. So it work very slow speed. It is faster and cheaper as compared to first generation computer. It is smaller in size. In the third generation computer, the greater storage capacity has the fourth generation computer. EDSEC and EDVEC is an example of first generation computer. IBM 1401 and RCA 500 is an example of second generation computer. IBM 1, 316, 317 series are the example of third computer, and the PC means personal computers, and laptops are the fourth generation computer. All these information I already shared. So we just put it and take a screenshot of this because you do it in your copy. Okay, move to the next one. This is your home task. You already done. Write the paragraph of. You already done. This work is previous work, but today's work is home task is descriptive question answer. Write the three characteristics of each generation of computer, which I share here, first generation to fifth generation. So you write any three characteristics of, first you mention the heading first generation computer, and then write the three characteristics of generation. And then write the five characteristics of computer. Five characteristics of computer, which we share is speed, accuracy, delicacy, storage. These are the characteristics of first characteristic of five characteristic of computer. These are the characteristic of computer, but these are the characteristic of the generation of computer. These are the difference between both of these. Each generation, each first generation, second generation, fourth generation, that are these are the characteristic of this generation wise, but these are the five characteristic of computer overall. Okay, do the book exercise which is given in your page number 10. Choose the correct option A to E, complete in your book. Okay, this question is complete in your book. The remaining work do work in your computer copies. I hope you have understood all the thing in your so take a screenshot of this one. So thank you. Allah Hafiz.